to be or not to be.
Welcome to the Actor's Dungeon. I'm your host and DM, Mike Kosh. Thank you very much for joining us. When trying to describe D&D to a friend, I summarized it as the intersection point between video games and live theater. This, of course, gave me an idea, and so I gathered some of my performance friends, put together a campaign, and we are pleased to present to you the Actor's Dungeon, a D&D 5e campaign with a twist. Like a live show, the actors have to stay in character, use their performance to lift the scene off the page, or in our case, the battle map. We are still experimenting with what structure works, what elements work or don't work, so each show will be a little different until we find that perfect structure. That's just part of the fun, though. We hope. I would like to apologize for tonight's session. It seems we had a technical error, and half of the stream has been lost to the cyberspace of YouTube. I'm still not quite sure how that happened, but after this, we decided to go to pre-recorded instead of the live stream just to make sure it doesn't happen again. On top of that, it seems I was suffering some mic issues just to pile it all on there, and I did not know about it until much later into the session. So I've done my best to touch things up in post. I apologize for the inconvenience. I have a new mic now, so hopefully that won't happen again. Knock on wood. What I feel really bad about is our cast. We had some stellar stuff in the second act with our first dramatic monologues performed, and while I will do my best to fill you in on what was missed, unfortunately, I won't be able to do it the justice it deserves. We do have a special treat for you, though, for hanging out with us today. The last half of the session is actually a bonus game in which Mac and Phelan face off in a duel, which I think you might find has a very familiar style. So without further ado, let me take you to what's left of tonight's episode. Who's the captain now? So, Curtis, can you start us off with a little music?
Yes, sir.
Last time we left everybody, our heroes were on the Urchin, the sailing vessel that they had just captured from the nefarious Captain Gorham, the same orc pirate whose band of bandits had captured them, shackled them, gagged them, and tossed them into the cargo hold. For nearly a week you had wasted away, but one kindly orc had left Vlas the Ass's shackles undone. After mounting an impressive escape by luring the orcs down one by one, you were able to capture the ship by forcing Captain Gorham into a friendship that was unconsensual. But Mac is not here to answer for his crimes. Nonetheless, Skip, with the help of Alexander, finding a way to use the barrels to act as a counterweight, you were able to make up for the lack of crewmen. The crewmen which you had all killed, but they had it coming, they were slavers. Karma, indeed. So, our heroes are now sailing towards Sinker's Wharf, the destination where they were to be sold as slaves, but also the only island in sight where they can get refuge for their ship. After some time, the spell has worn off, and you hear Gorham raging against his fate. But then something different happens. As the moments go by, you can still hear cutting and hacking, but he is not attacking the trapdoor anymore. And Skip, you realize your orcish father has cleaved a hole in the hull of the ship.
Oh, bother.
And
That
this
can't
is
be
where
good.
we begin the campaign.
So, let me see if I've got this straight. Your father, the orc captain, the slaver that chained us all, the one that, the little one there, charmed into giving up his arms and armament and then chaining himself into the cargo hold, has now broken free. And instead of breaking through the hatch like a normal person, has instead carved a hole through the hull.
Yes, that appears to be the case.
Certainly an unexpected action.
I will admit I would
Quite.
not have seen that coming. He
I told
realizes
you to let
that
me put him out of his misery.
He is my father. He's been known to do strange things.
Death is such a final act. Who knows? He could be useful later.
Perhaps. If he doesn't kill us in the process.
There's always that.
Yes, unfortunately.
Right. So, is this
Come
one
on.
of those things where we have to get into the cargo hold and expect a fight, or did he swim out? He realizes that we're about a quarter of a day away from the wharf, right? That we're nowhere near.
Correction, you were merely 1 hour,
Hour
possibly
away.
less, from the wharf.
That's still a ridiculous amount of time to swim at open sea.
Yes. I check the side to see how big the hole is.
The hole is minuscule, and you know your father has probably assumed his druidic powers, shapeshifted into a fish or some other kind of aquatic creature, and made his escape.
Oh,
You
bother.
know
That
the
means he could
dangers of
be
this.
anywhere.
Huh.
You know there are further dangers of this, because without him to answer at the port, you may all be in quite a bit of trouble.
Right.
Oh,
Let's deal with the hole first one, I suppose.
I concur. We should
I'll
probably
start
deal with
moving crates and barrels and the such that we had placed on the on top of the cargo hold latch door. And
But what about the other men? Clearly, they might be out of their trance and probably ready for another fight.
I don't know. Hang on a minute. Open the door. So, your captain.
Let us out! Let us out, please! We'll do anything! We can't swim!
The two orcs shout.
You can't.
No, that was a thing.
Now you know why I don't like boats.
Now that the porthole is open, the two orcs quickly scramble out, begging for their lives.
Well, just make yourself useful, and you told us that you can't swim, so if you do anything wrong, over you go.
So you promise you won't cleave me if you come out? You're not loyal to my father anymore, right?
I mean, he did just leave you
Traitors.
to die.
They briefly look at Skip, glowering. You can see the anger of an orc betraying his own clan in their eyes, until Eric points that out, and then they seem to whip into shape and resume their tasks, manning the way lines, or insert ship jargon here.
I promise I won't kill you, as long as you don't let those ruffians near me.
Yeah,
All right,
what
then.
he said.
All right then. Welcome aboard. Guess we have a lot of work to do. Maybe
Ruffian.
fixing that hole. Filling that hole first.
Probably a good idea.
Yes.
So,
Aridin, I don't know whether to be offended. You calling me a ruffian is one thing, but being called a ruffian by them is just...
Is it really worth picking a fight right now? They're
No.
harmless. They're gonna follow our rules because they can't swim.
Until we make it to shore.
Glass.
We'll worry about that once we get there. But right now is no time to be picking a pointless fight.
Yeah.
Well, as long as he doesn't throw a barrel at me.
I mean, even if he did, he'd probably just hit him. Point to Lysander.
I agree.
All right, you all got to push die.
I'm going back to the perch.
All right.
So Aridin and the two orcs descend into the cargo hold. The water is now knee-deep, but you are able to patch the hole after giving it a considerable amount of effort. You know that the makeshift job you do is enough to hold for now, but the ship will need a little more care in order for it to be seaworthy once more. But by now you are coming into port. The glow of the torches around the small village and the small market are dance around your eyes. The gleam from the lighthouse guides you in. Skip, you are filled with momentary dread as you realize your time at sea has, for the time being, come to an end, but now something else awaits you. You and you alone have to answer to the Yorkstora, the vicious pirate crew that was counting on your father to deliver the fresh batch of slaves. Perhaps you can find refuge amongst the more forgiving pirates, but a forgiving pirate is a rare thing indeed.
Well, I have no other choice but to pray that I'll find mercy amongst the others. Perhaps
Why?
the Black Marauders.
Why mercy?
Well, I haven't done anything wrong.
No, I know. I'm questioning your tactics here. Why mercy? Don't look for mercy. Look for logic. Your
He's
that
got
entire
a point.
that entire crew valued strength above all else, correct?
Yes, and I'm about as powerful as a wet paper bag, as they've said many.
With one movement, you freed a number of individuals, and your father was not strong enough to hold his command. He was
True.
charmed into locking himself into the cargo hold, to which he had to saw a tiny hole, abandon his crew, and flee the ship.
Oh, he's not going to live that down.
Especially if we continue telling this story.
Well, I guess we better be a little chatterboxes, shouldn't we? My life depends on it.
Oh, just to make one thing clear, I did strangle a guy once with a wet paper bag.
Intriguing.
I'm
Skip.
I'm going to stay away from you.
Probably
Skip.
for the best.
Skip.
Yes.
If you perhaps altered the story of how your father lost his ship, mayhaps we can find safety at the port.
Very good point.
So since strength was above all else on that ship, why isn't it you who commanded the others to betray your father? And he fought valiantly, slaying many, but he was overwhelmed until it was just the 3 orcs, the new half-orc, and a few slaves left.
It beats dying.
Certainly.
Well, it's certainly worth a try. Well, time to start some stories then. So far as I can tell, we have a few factions here. We have one of the Black Marauders are certainly lively, so to speak. They might at least try to listen to us instead of killing us on sight. And, well, we may want to stay away from the Striker's Wharf.
Right?
You know, it is a market of slavers after all, and you're supposed to be, well, slaves.
I think.
Mm. Maybe easier to get lost in the crowd of sheep.
That sounds like a novel idea. I think I'm gonna stay around you. You sound... You sound safe. Except for you, Vlas. I'm terrified of you.
Skip, about how much longer do we have before we make it?
Probably about... maybe half an hour time. Looks like the winds are very strong. Won't be long. We might even be ahead of schedule. That doesn't actually sound very appropriate now with the current circumstances. Let's just say that we'll be there soon. Dramatic pause. Can I roll for like a time skip?
Actually, for a time skip, no, but
Damn.
I will just do that. I was just
All right.
waiting for everybody to finish, but absolutely,
Star wipe.
pretty much. No, we'll
There
do
we
the
go.
George Lucas, diagonal wipe.
Oh, dude, we gotta get a sound effect for that.
Really, actually,
Wow.
Resume.
we can't do a sound effect. That's literally my entire job.
Oh, you need to do the John Candy thing from Spaceballs. Nice dissolve.
Nice to solve.
Nice. You broke character.
Yeah,
I
but
thought we
we're on a
We're in a
dramatic
pause.
moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything
Oh.
goes here. So,
Yeah.
Get
we
wrecked.
will, everyone ready?
Resume.
We will resume. And with that, our weary sailors, their wounded ship, with a cargo hold knee-high with water, limps into shore. The guide boats come out, waving their torches, helping the boat navigate the treacherous rocks, as only the initiated can make it into Sinker's Wharf. And with that, immediately, our party members notice whispers among the crew, or whispers amongst the dock workers, as if there's a compliment on board this pirate ship that they were not expecting. The ship is moored, and the gangway is lowered. And a very intense-looking hobgoblin makes his way up to him.
That crap.
Where is Captain Gorham?
Yes, well, my Captain Gorham, my father, yes, that's the captain. He's indisposed right now. I had to deal with him. He was not fit to run, so I forced him to the bottom of the ship. You cannot talk to him right now.
You have taken Gorham's ship?
Do I look like someone who would lie? Stare me down all you like. It won't matter.
Very well. Produce the slaves. Tiny.
Very well, Tiny. So, my next move is to talk to the crew, the quote-unquote slaves. I have a plan. I need to explain it to them.
So he stands there waiting for you while you rally your newfound friends off into a corner of the ship. At the same time as you do that, he nods, and a few other of the Yuxtora board the ship and begin simply taking some of the cargo and examining the vessel. Skip, what do you say to your comrades?
So, friends, how many of the other crewmates are still on the ship? Have we done a proper head count?
The ones that were still loyal to Gorham?
Yes.
None.
Yes, sir.
None.
None.
Yeah.
We killed
Do
we
we have
killed
any-
most of them. The other two that were in the cargo hold that were with him, he abandoned.
So the ones that are abandoned.
Yeah, we work for you now, says one of the orcs, tilling the sails.
Okay. Well, how about this? How about we tie the both of you, gag you, and we give you off to the slavers? We'll come back for you, promise. But we need you to hold our alibi. Just long enough for us to fix
Why
the
is-
ship. And because you're supposed to be the slaves, remember?
What
But they've
alibi?
seen you.
Well,
What?
are they expecting a certain number of slaves? Because if they're expecting 6 of us and we only hand over 2, that's
Yes, the manifest does say 6, but the slaver life is very tumultuous, so to speak. We tend to lose slaves due to many diseases down in the lower decks. So you're expecting 6, and sometimes you can end up with 2, or 1, or unfortunately none. And I think in this case, saying none will be more suspicious than 2. And
This-
everyone likes an orc slave.
This is why I suggested not lying. There is no need for an alibi. You simply tell them that he was too weak to hold his command. You are now captain. He was so weak, in fact, that you enlisted slaves to do your work.
I'm sorry, I'm not that very good at making alibis. Remember, I'm just
This
a
is-
first mate.
Not anymore.
He is a child, Aridin.
You do it, Vlas.
Do what? Wait. Wait.
I mean, of the lot of us, you're the one.
You are half orc. And you are strong.
If you don't come back for me, I'm gonna hunt every one of you down and slit your throats myself.
No, why is.
I don't think you quite understand. Take up the captainship of.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to go over being the slave.
No.
Oh, well. Here I am trying to do something honorable. All right, hang on a minute. Stand back. Hey!
Well, touches your hearts a moment when you realize that Vlas the ass was willing to offer himself up as a slave to help get the lot of you saved.
Don't flatter yourselves. I just think I'm worth more. Hey! Shortstop!
He turns. He walks over to you, and he stares up at you. Despite your insult, he seems unwavering.
Hi there. Sorry about the little, incident right there. The captain of this ship put me in charge. He's, dealing with a few things. We think it may be mind plague, mind bugs, maybe got enchanted by a cheap temptress. We're not really sure. All we know is he disappeared into some room and everything with her, and then all of a sudden, boom, bada bing. You know what I'm talking about, right? But anyways, I was on the crapper, and he was trying to take over for me. Sorry about that. But no, we've got 2 slaves for you. 2 orcs. They were caught trying to, yes, 2. You know how the slave trade goes. We say 6, sometimes end up with 2. Maybe have to throw one overboard just for kicks, get drunk in the middle of the night, say, screw it, come on.
And at that, Vlas the ass wonders if his deception is strong enough. But he knows that with that, he has an advantage on the roll. With that crafty lie.
And, ooh, not bad.
Not bad indeed, actually. So, the hobgoblin gives you a questioning eye, and he simply retorts, then of course the price will reflect only 2 slaves. and your captainship will be questioned. This, of course, is our vessel, should we choose to take it back. Whether or not you are seaworthy with it, we will have to see. Present your slaves!
All right, give me a minute. All right, dummy 1, dummy 2, come here.
My name's James, not dummy, says one of the orcs.
Well, people don't call their slaves by their names, so shut up.
Oh, right, we never called you lot by your names. Go figure.
All right. So, anybody got any ideas? And yes, we are going to come back for you.
Oh. Well, that's kinder than we were going to do for you. You guys were... This was the last stop for you guys.
Please don't make this harder for yourself and just be quiet.
Right, sorry.
No offense, but we really can't use the ship without you two, so it's kind of a win-win situation for everybody here.
Oh, all right. So they are bound. You see your hobgoblin acquaintance raising an eyebrow, wondering what is going on here. But alas, he seems content once you pass him your slave. They grip them by the bondage of their wrists and haul them off. It is nighttime on the wharf. The torches are lit up. You can hear the sounds of pirates at play. Markets are in swing. Skip, Sinker's Wharf has always been like a second home to you. If you were not on the high seas, you were at Sinker's Wharf or one other port. This is
Right.
as close to a home away from home as you can have. But for now, it seems your ruse has pacified the hobgoblins. But with their murmurings and eyings of the ship, you know that your dealings with them will continue.
Yes. Well, now that we've gotten that out of the way, perhaps we should gain some information. Maybe find a local pub, or listen to the rumblings in Striker's Wharf. Is everyone up for maybe a few spirits? Yes?
I could really go for a drink.
With what coin?
Drink sounds fantastic.
With what coin?
Oh, we can earn some on the way.
There's a lot of people here who, well, they could probably part with it if you just ask them nicely. Maybe in the back
nice.
of an alley.
Nicely. Just the way I like it.
Yes, he gets the right idea.
Well,
Oh.
if we must.
Going to have to find a place to stay anyway, and we're going to have to get the coin for that too. So a little robbery won't hurt. Well, maybe not flats.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna attack any little old lady or anything like that, or somebody poor. We're gonna go find. We'll try and find someone that's being a total ass. More of an ass than me. How about that?
That might be wise. The old ladies here will also slit your throat.
Yeah, there was that one time. Dad, we'll worry about that story later.
Right. So, let's go to the bar. Maybe you find someone on the way who will part with their purse strings.
You said something about more merciful pirates. Is that actually a thing?
Well, they're around. I'm sure they are. Well, if we'll find them, well, that's It's entirely up to fate.
So you don't actually know. That's just hope.
No.
Where better to find them than having a drink?
Well,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
could always do it the old-fashioned way.
So with
the
that-
old-fashioned way, meaning
The old-fashioned way meaning Skip struggles to finish his sentence, but then the end result comes to him.
picking a fight at the bar. Winners normally get lodgings and free drinks and anything they ask for if you show a force of will.
I see.
I'd rather try to avoid it. I like living.
Well, Vlas chuckles. A lot of bad memories of growing up here and being the tavern runt plays back in Skip's mind. Memories of being thrown into the water with bets placed on how long he could swim, letting the dogs loose on him, seeing how long until one of them got him. Skip stifles an angry growl, but he leads you all along this lovely island. Just want to make sure. Can you all see the island?
Yes,
Yes, I
Excellent.
can.
I can.
So, you
I mean,
all
we're
make
standing
your
on
way.
it. Of course, I could see it.
You are right. You all get a D4 push die. I broke character.
You broke character.
All right, and we resume. Our heroes wander along the island, going past orcs, hobgoblins, humans, even races unknown of various sizes and severity, as they make their way to a lovely pub on the edge of town. The music swells. An enjoyable evening with raucous laughter and the smell of pungent sour mead filling the air. Skip opens the door, only to be knocked over by a rather rough and tumble looking orc who comes out the end,
Hey!
completely unknowing of him, stumbling around drunk.
Watch where you're going. Runt!
You all go inside as this orc throws up in a display of horrid, rancid. You all have to check your own guts before throwing up yourselves. And you quickly
that a
go into
chicken
the
leg?
bar. A smoke-filled, musty tavern. Phelan, you can feel the eyes on you. It is uncomfortable. But one look at the bow that you carry, and most know to keep their distance. Alexander, you are feeling depravity and disparity, wallowing up in this inn as viscous as the smoke that wafts around. Eridan, Vlas, this isn't too different from home, other than the fact that there is one obviously dead body in the corner that hasn't been cleared up yet. He lays on the edge of a poorly drawn chalk circle. You can guess this was the loser of the last bar fight.
Huh. Well, that's motivating.
This place is lacking in true joy.
Well, it depends on what your definition of joy is. To these guys, this is joy. This is fun, entertainment, pain, killing, more pain.
I'll show you what real joy looks like. Hang on.
Please do.
Let's see. And so I pull out my flute and begin to play a little ditty.
Alexander prepares his flute. But what will his performance dictate?
Yeah, to bring some happiness and enlightenment to this place so that people perhaps will be a little more easy with their purses.
You must roll a performance check.
I hit a 12.
So, it takes you a little bit, but you, understanding the atmosphere, you play what starts off as a jaunty tune that turns into a more mellow, more easy tone. And you notice the volume of the conversation has diminished, and heads are bopping and swaying with the melody. And a few flagons begin waving. Right, play it, little man! Bellows one of the orcs.
Goodness, your plan worked.
Sorry, busy playing.
God damn it, y'all gotta push back.
I wanted to throw some fists around.
So far, what they're throwing seems to be coin.
Yeah, hey. I keep going. Hey, hang on. I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah. Okay.
And despite
God, there's so many.
Alexander's lovely playing, not much but a few copper pieces are thrown your way, as well as a few nuts and bolts, a few things of jerky, a sopping wet chicken wing, and somebody throws a glass tankard of ale without realizing the effects of throwing a glass tankard of ale. It shatters
but
at your feet. Sorry, I was trying to give it to you.
Phelan, please, could you watch my back while I pick up the coins and the jerky?
Don't worry, I've got you.
Oh, much appreciated. Thank you.
Of course.
Used to a smaller than a fish barrel.
Oh, please, no more fish barrels. You frightened me.
So, as the lot of you pick up the coins, the flow seems to have stopped as people now get back to their conversations. As much as they enjoyed the performance, things resume as usual. You are now 5 copper pieces richer, as well as a few slips of beef jerky and some wet shoes from the mead. The bartender's eyeing you. Y'all gonna order something, or you just gonna stand there clogging my doorway? Says a large, underbitten orc with an eye patch and braided silver hair.
Yes, quite. We're looking for a place to stay. Is there any place that has lodgings that are not covered in defecation, regurgitation, or even, well, cadavers?
I can rent you a room in the shed.
The shed? I don't think that's good enough. We literally gave you a show just now.
And they paid you 5 copper for it. By my count. As well as some beef jerky. Most pirates will just sleep on their ship. Is there something wrong with yours?
There's a few complications with our ship, and it's best to get it fixed and not be on it.
Well, like I said, you're welcome to stay in the shed, but it'll be 1 silver for the lot of you.
One moment.
Oh, for God's sake.
right. This isn't working.
Once
Anyone
over.
else have a better idea?
I did, but no one listened.
What was that?
It's really not important now. It's too far gone. All right. Let's see here. Sailors. How does one start that bar fight? Wait. Hey, pirates. Hang on. Who wants to fight?
And with that, the entirety of the bar, they all perk up. Everybody begins cheering, and one rather drunk human stands up. I'll fight ya! And there is raucous,
All right.
brilliant applause.
I'll take a piece of that action.
Bets are placed. The bartender is suddenly busy playing bookie. What would the rest of the party like to do as Eridan steps forth into this poorly drawn circle? One of the wait staff dragging away the cadaver that was attracting flies that once laid on the side.
I speak only for myself, but I'm going to find a corner to hide in, if that's all right with you.
I scurry in between the legs of orcs trying to get my little 5 coppers to the barkeep.
Hey, barkeep. I'm gonna put a bet that my friend there, he beats him, but not only that, but he puts his foot on his back and strikes a pose afterwards. Thank you.
All right. So,
Yes, it's on then.
you offer the 5, if I understood Lyxander correctly, you're offering the 5 copper pieces to the bartender to bet on your friend Eridan.
Betting on Eridan. And his pose will be jazz hands at the end. That's a very Eridan thing to do.
Sorry, what?
Jazz hands.
Right. If he can give you jazz hands without prompting, I'll let you keep a couple extra copper.
Say 10.
10? Where are you getting
10
that
extra.
number?
10 extra copper.
It's
Jazz
got to
hands.
come in from the crowd first. If he can get people throwing him copper and you're willing to spend it, I can give you that. But you see, it doesn't
You'll
do
give
any
me
good
10.
for me.
You'll give me 10. And free lodging.
Lyxander then tests how persuasive he can be as the orc bartender narrows his eyes, scowling. Ooh. Whoops. There you go. You got yourself a deal, and if he doesn't, beat him, and if he doesn't, jazz hands, or whatever it is you claim. I'd say you all have to do the dishes afterward. How does that sound?
More than agreeable.
And he grins. All right. The bets are locked in. I hope you're all ready. Eridan, you size up your companion, or opponent. He's the exact type of person you've tussled with outside of the schoolyard, outside of the temple before, out in the farmyard. He's just one of the many generic opponents you've had. Nonetheless, with the company he keeps around him and with the sigil, you notice that he might have friends who are just as enthusiastic about him winning as are yours, and whether or not they can stay at bay, that's something else entirely. The bartender comes over Right. Over here, representing the Black Marauders, we have Chad, says Chad, ripping off his shirt and flexing his pectorials. His friends all chant, Chad, Chad, Chad! Yeah! You teach that man! You teach him! Beat his ass! And over here, the challenger, we have
Aridin.
Aridin! 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 Aridin!
I think this is a good
Aridin.
idea.
Woo! Jazz hands!
we have Aridin Jazz Hands.
Art cheering, I'm gonna
Right.
throw people through tables.
Sorry, what?
Aridin! Aridin! A couple people who aren't cheering for the Black Marauders limply cheer. And with that,
There you go.
right. So, this is a dirty fight. Anyone caught fighting clean, your head's gonna be mounted on my wall. All right. Y'all stare each other down, spit at each other's feet. Chad spits at your feet. Right. Begin. Aridin, roll initiative.
15.
All right, Aridin has the higher initiative. Aridin, make your move as Chad strikes his fighter's pose.
18 to attack.
All right. What do you do?
Pretty much the moment the bartender goes, and fight, Aridin's just, the fist is just flying for his face. 9 damage.
Nice. Nice, nice.
The fist collides with Chad's face. Oh, come the crowd. He spits out a mouthful of blood, and he strikes back at you. But you simply take a step back, his blow coming down, curving towards your legs. He has failed.
All right. It's my turn. I will attack him again. Oh, I am so sorry.
All right.
That looked like it hurt.
Aridin, what do you do?
Not great, because the way they do crits here is not my favorite. It's just 7 damage.
Actually, this is a good point to call a dramatic pause. I don't think you were here the night we discussed this, but our crit system is we do critical successes and critical failures. Critical failures, something bad will happen to you. Critical success, that's
such
when
a
essentially your
Kayla.
called shot will
Right
take
there.
effect.
He said doo doo.
It's a good thing we've paused the game.
That's why I laughed at it, because I was like, okay, I got free reign to point out that you said doo doo and then laugh at it because it's funny.
God.
Well, this is
And this is precisely, dear viewers, why I openly mock and laugh. Anyone who mocks people and is genuinely afraid of people playing Dungeons and Dragons because it's like Satan's game, this is what it sounds like.
Could
This
you
is a game.
imagine?
It has nothing to do with demons. It's just poop jokes, and that's about it. Honestly, that's it. That's all it is.
Could you imagine legitimate like cult people like coming together for some sort of satanic ritual, and then one of them is like doo doo.
all right. Roll to see if I summon Beelzebub. Aww.
We shall now sacrifice the virgin. She ain't a virgin anymore.
Damn it, Gary, you drank all the Mountain Dew. Oh,
My mom's gonna be so pissed when she gets home.
God.
better clean that up. What did I tell you? Sacrifice the goat in the bathtub. It's easier to clean.
All
Sheesh.
right. Everybody ready?
Yes, are you ready?
Is there a
right.
specific way you do critical?
We're talking about doo-doo. I
Damage
never
yourself.
answered the question.
I didn't even
See,
answer the
this is what
question.
happens. You start talking about poop, it completely derails
Yeah.
every conversation. Like the way that I do it in my in the campaigns, my crits are rather devastating, but they go both ways. So
Yeah.
like you take your maximum damage and then you roll your damage as normal, and then just add them together. Because I'm always a firm believer that a crit should frickin' mean something.
Yeah. For me, it's essentially you can inflict status effect. Like, I said he had kind of gone down. So if you punch him on the top of the head, for example, he would be dazed, or well, what's the stats effect there? Let me bring that.
Stunned.
Stunned. There we go. You give him stunning, as well as max damage.
So you can choose to do what? Twice the normal damage or max damage and a status effect.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm assuming the status effect has to make sense.
Mm-hmm. It's not like he's suddenly poisoned.
All right.
Yeah.
So my max damage is 12, and I will use the stunned thing.
All right. Well,
I will make him stunned. In fact, if he comes in and he's like lower than me, I'm just gonna bring my fist on the back of his head.
all right. So you watch as Aridin takes a step back. Chad's blow misses
did we resume?
entirely. Right. Thank you. Dramatic resume. You can tell with the musical cue. Chad's blow fails. Aridin definitely takes a step back and brings his fist down on the back of Chad's head. Chad falls to the floor and does not get back up. The bartender. Aridin!
What?
And he did not do jazz hands. You are all doing the dishes.
Didn't do what now?
You were supposed to do the jazz hands.
Both of the jazz hands.
Let me be clear. Did you all make a deal involving me, but decided not to include me?
I most certainly did not.
I did.
Right.
Dude, we were kids, and every time you would beat me up, you would always do some kind of stupid pose over me.
I was 12.
Well, instead of jazz hands, we're getting dish hands.
Do we have any other challengers for this noble scrap of a human? Boo! Say all the orcs and hobgoblins.
I'll take
Anyone?
him.
And with that,
Have you ever fought a juggernaut before?
Of what?
A juggernaut.
Skip. With that, you notice one of the bugbears, part of the hobgoblin troop, the Yerkstora. Their juggernauts are not to be trifled with. But this fellow who was drinking alone in the corner now steps up. Aridin, you can see simply by his gait that this is a creature of cruelty, a creature that does not care or slow down when he is in pain. The bartender opens bets, and suddenly everybody who was betting on Aridin suddenly bets on the Juggernaut.
Okay.
Well,
All right. Well,
Best of luck to you, Aridin.
Yes, best of luck to you.
Yeah, have fun.
Make
I
sure you
only
do
felt
the
bad
jazz
for
hands.
you.
I plan on it.
Since Chad was not much of a challenge, but, well, I could use the exercise.
Just, Aridin, just don't throw any barrels.
No. I promise I won't throw anything.
Yes.
If I do throw anything, it will be away from you. It'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, well, Aridin will be
Don't.
pleased to know you get another push die for Alexander making me chuckle there. Feel free to use these push die in combat. Aridin, you size him up. Roll for initiative.
Okay. Are you kidding me? God damn it.
Oh, but if you crit on initiative, fear not. For this means you get one free action as a surprise action.
Oh,
as
neat.
soon as the bartender says, "All right, let's begin," Aridin quickly, before the Juggernaut can even come to his senses and realize he is engaged in the fight, Aridin strikes.
Does this mean I have advantage on the attack roll?
Yes.
Hooray! All right. It looks like a 23.
Aridin, your strike is true. What do you do?
Total of 9 points of damage as I rush in and just bring my knee up right under his chin.
Juggernaut, you were taking a moment to spit on the floor when all of a sudden, just as the words begin ring in your ears, Aridin's fist has collided with your jaw, and he was surprisingly strong. Aridin, make your next turn. We are now into regular initiative.
Bad. I think I bit my tongue.
Oof.
Wild swing. If he, I think like I'll land and I'll swing for his jaw, and I will completely underestimate just how big bugbears are. So when he's kind of standing back and holding his jaw, my fist is like just completely whiffs.
Juggernaut, the fist flies by the hairs of your chin. What do you do?
Sorry, dramatic pause.
Dramatic
you said
pause.
something. You said something happens on a nat 1, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, I did roll a nat 1. That is, I
Oh!
normally I don't do that. That is a house rule that you're doing.
Yep,
So
I apologize.
okay,
All right.
no worries. I wanted to be completely transparent there.
Thank you.
So resume.
Yes. So, with the fist swinging wild, you, Juggernaut, seize an attack of opportunity. Make a free attack against Aridin.
I think I'll get him with a morning star. Right across the face.
The bugbear equips his morning star.
Weapons allowed in this?
It's
It's a dirty
Fighting dirty! Have you not been paying attention?
Shrugs the bartender. Aridin, you see stars as a morning star breaks across your chest. You take 16 damage. Aridin, you're seeing stars, but the world comes into focus, your opponent grinning deviously before you.
Phelan! Phelan!
What?
It's going to kill him. I have
Well-
an idea. I have an idea.
What?
Give me one of your arrows, please.
What are you gonna do with it?
Something very, very stupid.
Well, is it gonna work?
I don't know. but it's better than watching him die.
All right, so I'm going to
Just trust me.
quickly slip my shield on. It's like, all right then. I'll just look at him and smirk. Oh, needed a weapon, couldn't do it with your hands. I understand. I'm very frightening.
Oh, you're very cute.
And I will attack him.
Dramatic pause. I just asked for an arrow from Valen. Does she have to? Do I have to roll, or does she have to roll to give it to me, or
Nope.
can she just give it to me?
I will. You don't have to roll for that. I will include that right after Charlie's turn. Same with Lyxander's.
Got it.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Awesome. Cool.
All right, so a dirty 20.
Right. Your blow strikes true.
For 6 points of damage. And why not? I am going to action surge and attack again.
Not bad. I almost felt that one.
Not done. And just this spinning back fist right across the teeth. 23 to attack for 12 points of damage.
Woo! What an exciting battle!
Are you fighting or are you dancing? Make a choice.
No.
Juggernaut. You felt that one. One of your eyes is murky with blood. Skip. Phelan gives you one of her arrows.
Thank you.
Better work.
God, I hope so too. Right, I'm going to jump onto his back and I'm going to stab him right in his eye with the arrow as many times as needed.
Lyxander, nobody is watching you.
I go to the nearest orc and slip their purse right onto my belt.
The orc is downing a pint of grog. And you, right as he lifts his arm up to smash the glass, you cut the purse strings, and it easily falls into your possession.
Amazing fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. Have a drink. And he pushes a tankard right into your face.
Thanks, friend.
Vlas, you are quite impressed with Lyxander's sleight of hand. There's maybe a thing or two you should talk about at a later point. Phelan, you watch as Skip sneaks up towards the crowd, trying to blend in, but is his stealth convincing enough for people not to notice what he is up to? The crowd is chanting. No one seems to
20.
notice. As first, the Juggernaut, spitting out a mouthful of blood, squinting through the smear of blood in his eye, makes his next attack.
I'll finish you off with a shield bash.
And with that, he progresses forward, trying to slam you. Clickety-click. Thank you. Slamming you forward. Bashing you with his shield.
Hang on a minute. Okay. Continue.
Eridan, you take 9 damage.
Alright, hang on a
As
minute. Okay, now I'm going to just use one of my superiority die because I needed to know the damage on it. To use my parry which allows me to. I can use my reaction to expend one superiority die and reduce the damage by the number you roll plus 3. So, it's a d8. So you said 9 damage?
Correct.
That's 5 plus 3. So I take 1.
All right. Juggernaut, you lean in, forcing your shield down. His own shield whips up, pushing your blow to the side. You do very little more than graze him. But you've had enough.
Bad. It's time
You know
to
that-
end this.
And so, you push forward, throwing up your shield and your Morning Star to make one felled swoop. As you nod to your compatriots to be ready to gather around Eridan and grab him. When Skip, you leap up with the arrow in hand, and you stab the Juggernaut.
Oh god, this is a very bad idea!
Eridan, suddenly your friend Skip jumps up, stabbing an arrow in his shoulder. The Juggernaut howls.
Should I roll for this? Hold on, should I roll?
It's okay, I've done it.
Thank you.
The
I will.
Bugbear.
Skip will get a somewhat quizzical look, but I'm just gonna punch him in the throat the moment the bugbear kind of rears back. You know what? We'll talk about this later.
The floor is yours. Make your attack.
Yeah. So another arm strike. Now, because Skip is on his back, is the bugbear technically flanked?
Correct.
All right. So attack with advantage. That's a nat 20.
You know that with this moment, you have the opportunity to finish him off.
Please do something! I don't know how long I can hold him!
All right. So what I'm gonna do is kind of like reach up and I grab him by the ear, and like his ear in the back of his head, and I'm gonna kick out his knee and bring my shield up just underneath, just to his throat, and as he's falling forward, just drive his throat right on the edge of the shield.
Skip, you come down with the body. There is a sickening snap, and in the moment when the whole bar goes, oh! Lixandar slips another purse into his own possession. Suddenly, however, instead of cheers and howls and jeers, the bar is oddly silent. And the rest of the Yuxtora, the hobgoblins and the bugbears, stand up. Eridan, you know that what you've just done is going to get you an ass whooping.
I'll pick Skip up by like the back of his jacket, and I'll just bring him over to the bar, and I'll kind of stand back where I was.
The bartender quickly looks away as this group of powerful, stern-looking pirates make their way to you, when all of a sudden another voice rings out. Enough! And every head in the tavern turns to look as a grizzled old orc with a silver salt and pepper beard, holding a beautiful shimmering warhammer, walks in. Skip, you recognize the terror of the seven seas, the curator of Sinker's Wharf, the isolated one who mans the tower. This is Peaches. And
Hi, Peaches.
That's Peaches.
You know this person?
I've only
Do you
heard
know this
stories.
person?
No, Skip.
I know this person.
Who
He's
is this?
he's the only most important person on the island. What he says goes. Most of the time.
Right, so the lot of you are either going to have to form a line and you can rush me all at once. I really don't care, but quite frankly, I don't have all night. So,
they've
And with
stepped
that,
back.
and with that, Alexander steps forward in between Aridin and the group gathering before him. Okay, wait a minute. Let's not lose our heads. And I try and convince them that the fight was won, cheaply and
sanctioned.
squarely.
It was sanctioned, yes. Yes, it was
Exactly.
sanctioned. We are not
Exactly.
causing any trouble here, sir. I swear.
Exactly. So you should just let us go, repair our boat, and let us leave. We don't have anything to,
You can tell that they are convinced by your speech, Alexander. However, you are also... They seem a little more concerned with the orc overlord who has just stepped in. However, Peaches looks down on you and grins. The little one is right. As far as I know, Ulbrich would never let an unfair fight happen here. If you lost one of your juggernauts, Yuxtora, chances are he had it coming. And the hobgoblins, without a word,
Yeah.
go back to their table. And we will take a short intermission here, as some of our actors have to use the bathroom, refresh their drinks, etc., etc. My dear viewers, we will see you all back in 5 minutes, give or take a couple.
Quiet. I could use a refreshment.
I went through a couple just watching that fight.
Oh, my head's still spinning. All right, see you in 5.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I hope you are enjoying episode 2 of the Actor's Dungeon so far. Unfortunately, this is the point where things cut off, so I will do my best to recap. In this episode, our actor's challenge was to improvise a monologue specifically about their chosen weapon, or, in some cases, a specific skill or their abilities. And this is what everybody came up with. Phelan, having been inspired by her family's Fey heritage, took her mother's heirloom bow, a leafy tangle of living wood bent into a bow with arrows that ride the wind. Seeking to escape the secluded tribe, she ran off into the night to find adventure. Mac. When the sacred puppet began talking to him, Mac realized he had been chosen. Thus, he has taken the puppet named Niches and seeks to spread friendship around the world. Vlass. He and his father were in a hard place, trying to steal treasure from a dragon. In a battle that lasted hours, Vlass's father cut through the dragon's scales with a dagger, bathing it in blood. The dagger has had strange properties ever since. Lexandar. No chosen weapon, Lexander observes. He wants to see how the winds of fortune guide him and opens himself to all that it reveals. Aridin. With nothing but a shield, Aridin's great-great-grandmother protected her community while the army was away facing off against the enemy. This created a lineage of shield barons, whom see the defense of others as a sacred weapon. Now, before we go on to the second act, this is where I have to roll to see if I can convince you to like and subscribe, because a like and a subscription really does go a long way to support our channel. I'd say that's not at all bad. Thank you very much for liking and subscribing. Now, without further ado, the second act. And we are recording. Hi, everybody, and welcome to this little offshoot game. Our players, we just have Curtis, Ryan, and Kayla with us tonight. As, well, the reason we had a hiatus, of course, is things were a little bit busy, and we all got involved in other projects, etc. I got married, and all that fun stuff. So, to bridge the gap and to keep us all fresh, we're going to get involved in a little one-off Battle Royale style, but, well, with a twist. So, to give a little bit of backstory, Kayla and Ryan, so this happens before your characters have met one another. So just, you'll still be using your current character sheets, you'll be the same level and everything, but just pretend, for sake of this, that you two do not know one another. So, one day, each of you was traveling along, minding your own business, when suddenly you heard thundering footsteps, and a giant appeared. The giant seemed bewildered at the sight of you and excited, and after chasing you down, was able to capture you in a jar.
Lovely.
Not again.
Not again.
Then, having been captured by this giant, you... Many days passed with little scraps of food and water being thrust into the jar for you without you quite realize what's going on. Then all of a sudden you heard this great commotion, as if people were cheering and muffled voices. "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event!" And unable to see what's going on, the giant... Although you were in a jar, the giant was keeping you in a bag. Suddenly, the giant's hands reached into the bag and pulled out your jar. And he looked you square in the eye and said, "Don't you let me down!" With a big smile. And he threw the jar into a crater with people surrounding you, saying to you, "Elf girl, I choose you!" And Phelan, your jar shatters, leaving you by this rock as you are expelled from the jar. Ryan, the same thing happens to you. Your giant shakes your jar. "All right, little lizard man, I'm really rooting for you. I choose you!" And the giant hurls you next to this crevice into a crater. And the crowd goes wild. Fight, 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 as you stare down across this 50-foot wide crater to this elf woman by a rock. Alrighty, and Curtis, can we cue some fantastic, funky music of some kind?
You got it.
Alrighty, and over the loudspeakers, you guys hear, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's Crater Catastrophe. Who knows what's going to come out? It seems from Goliath we have a kobold warlock. Let's ask this trainer, what is your kobold's name?" "Yeah, my kobold's name is, Purple, because of his, And there you have it, folks. Purple, the kobold, is up against... And let's talk to the trainer of the Eladrin. And Curtis, the MC turns to you. You have just thrown Eladrin, or your Eladrin pocket humanoid, into the ring. What is your pocket humanoid's name?
Saya.
Saya, all right. And remind us, what's your name, trainer?
It's Bill. I don't know.
Well, thank you, Bill.
No,
Bill
it's
and
Bill, I don't know.
Mr. I don't know.
Bill, I don't know.
Mr. I don't know was my father's name. Call me Bill.
Twice removed.
All right. All right. So it is Bill versus Goliath in this our training our trainers countdown. We will see what goes on in the crater of catastrophe.
There's dramatic pause. There's something going on with the playlist now, because before I'd be able to.
Don't worry, I'll provide some music.
For tonight, by the way, you don't have to worry about dramatic pauses and stuff like that. It's just going to be more of a casual D&D sesh. Curtis, can we get the music down a tad?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. All right, and our contestants roll initiative.
Oh, goodness.
That's right. That's the thing.
Yeah, right? Hello?
17.
Did you get a 17?
I got a 17.
I got a 17.
Ah. Well, I think it's whoever has the higher speed, right?
Who has the higher dex?
Dex, right? I have +3. 17. 17 dex is my number.
Where is the number at the top? The dexterity at the top?
Yeah, it should be the smaller bonus. So
+5? +7?
If you have a +7 dex, you probably beat me. I don't know what your number is, but
I don't know.
it's okay. If you have a +7, then yeah, you're there's not much that can outrun you. Am I okay? So Phelan,
my legs are too small.
You have the first attack. What would you like to do?
Oh God, I don't know.
That's all good. The purpose of this session is to just reacquaint yourself with the character sheet and try out some new things. It is a fight to the death. But once you drop below 0 hit points, you will be returned to your shatter jar.
You fainted.
There you go, you fainted.
I'm just gonna also real quick long rest just to confirm I'm good here before the start.
Oh yeah.
So, how far apart are we right now?
You are approximately 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it's about 110 feet, I would estimate.
Oh, so can I reach if I have 150 range with my bow?
Yes, you can indeed.
Wow. So I guess I will do. Wait, I want to look at this first.
I'm gonna take him off my hand because he's making me all sweaty.
Okay, I guess I'll just start off with the pit with the shoot the bow.
Do the shoot.
Do the shoot with the arrow. Go pew.
All right.
Yeah. And then how much does it ow?
How much does it ow? I like it.
Well, what was the attack roll?
It was 27.
Okay, well, I have an AC of 13.
Yeah. Normally I'd ask, but I figured a 27. I also now realize you guys can't see the game log. You should be able to bring that up on your character sheet, though. There should just be a little arrow to open that.
Oh, yes,
There
yes.
you go. My bad. So, and it looks like the arrow has struck true from, sorry, Trainer Bill. You said your Pokemon's name, or
What?
sorry, Poke humanoid's name was Sam. That was it, not Susan. Sam.
Sam?
Sam and Bill. How about that? All right. Oh, Goliath, what do you think of that? Oh, Purple, fight back! Do something! I didn't capture you for nothing! Purple, it is now your turn.
I'm going to consider my options real quick because that is very, very hurty, and I need to double check a spell.
Nope. And by the way, Purple, right in front of you is a very deep chasm. You would not want to fall into that. However, not too far away from you, there is a large boulder to your left, and then further forward to your right, there are two smaller boulders. They could be used for cover.
What is the green pit in the middle?
Oh, that's acid.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to clarify.
Jeez.
That was not cosmetic. Actually, I'm definitely gonna start by scuttling to partial cover.
Such a strange thing to have
think
in the center.
You should step into the
I jumped down the hole.
like he said you don't want to fall in, but what if you purposefully stepped in?
It's an automatic feint.
And
purposely
purposely descend like 100 feet.
I'm
You
hidden
can
down
live
here.
that. You can live that.
They'll never find me. I think I know feather. I actually don't know featherfall. I'm gonna scuttle behind that rock to the north though.
North Pole.
Just, I'm not like stealth hiding, but I'm trying to like, make myself
All right,
scarce.
you now have partial cover, which now creates any ranged attack that you make, Sam, will have disadvantage. So you must roll 2 d20s and take the lowest of the two.
All right. Well, at the moment, all I can really reach from here is with my Eldritch Blast. So I'm gonna go, I'm Purple, the chosen one, and cast Eldritch Blast.
All right. Oh, look at this, Purple with his swirl of energy. What's gonna come out? What's gonna come out?
What's gonna come? I don't know.
Nothing, because I think you missed. It's a 13.
Oh, Phelan, what is your AC?
My who?
Your armor class.
Where?
It's that little shield icon.
Oh, 17.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, that's.
So,
I go,
Phelan,
yeah!
you see the bolt soaring towards you, and with a nimble roll, you dodge to the side.
Skill issue.
I'm wondering
I can't hear you. I'm over here. I'm behind the rock.
I said good try.
Thank you.
Yeah, did you see that? Purple, go! Oh, and we're off to an interesting start. They are flinging spells and arrows. A little upgrade from the classic slings and arrows, wouldn't you say, Bill?
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Can I make myself prone as a bonus action to get full cover?
You don't have to be prone for full cover. You could just be ducking
Okay.
down.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm like as prone, like on your belly sort of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So if I could, I want to do that.
Sure.
Just plop myself down. Yeah.
Alrighty. Phelan, he disappears entirely behind the rock. You are unable to see him from your vantage point. What do you do?
I win.
Yeah. What if, can I go to one of the other rocks?
Yes, you can. So the closest rock is 5. Is over 80 feet away, so you'd have to spend your whole turn dashing towards it to get there.
Oh. Well, before I run, can I ask if I would be able to see him from the other rock?
That is not something I can tell you, I'm afraid.
Well, that's just rude.
Sorry, that's just D&D.
I think I'll just do it anyway. I'm gonna
Alrighty.
skedaddle on over to those other rocks.
Alrighty. So, you make your way with, you get 60 feet of movement with a dash action, which puts you approximately there. So you will be able to reach them in your next turn.
Okay. So right now I'm like out in the open though.
I'm afraid so.
Okay. It's not that scary.
Oh, Bill, and Sam has made a mad dash for the other boulders. What do you think about her leaving herself out in the open?
I think that was a very foolish thing to do.
Well, why don't you get down in here and do it yourself?
Bill, you hear coming from down in the crater.
Huh. I'm sorry, I can't hear you from all the way up here, where it's nice and safe.
Alrighty. So the other giants around are beginning to... They're pumping their fists and clapping their hands. Yeah, Sam, we got money on you. Shoot him. Shoot him.
Okay.
And Goliath is, no, purple. Shoot her. Shoot her with the purple. And Ryan,
Okay, boss.
it is now your turn. Unfortunately, from total cover, you are unable to target Phelan.
Unless I use
Sam.
half my move to stand up, I think. right?
Absolutely, yeah.
What I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna pick up my engine. Hey, buddy, right? Double team attack. And I want to use minor illusion to create a double of me.
Ooh.
And have it run and fall into the pit.
Okay.
Okay then.
Phelan. So from
Throw my voice. Ah!
out from the rock, you see what looks like purple go running frantically, falling directly into the acid pit.
Okay.
Now, I believe this should be, to see if she's convinced, this would probably be a will save.
A will save?
Or wisdom save, sorry.
Wisdom
Yeah,
save.
will save used to be, that's classical era D&D. We are in modern era D&D.
Would it be contested against my deception?
It would, yeah. Or it might be, Actually, no, sorry, this isn't a will save. This is more of a just persuasion check, I think. So these are always hard things because it's like they're not direct attack spells. So you are trying to set up deception, really. So yeah, this would be deception versus insight. So sorry, Caleb, please roll me an insight check
An insight check.
versus Ryan's deception.
I'm not rolling good.
Okay. Is that one?
Yep.
Nope.
Okay. So, Phelan, for a moment you see purple running, and then you're shocked as you realize he's running straight for the acid. Then you realize his feet aren't animated really well. The feet are just flying back and forth, and it looks like he's just sort of soaring over top of the ground, and then he falls in the acid without reacting to the acid. He just sinks in basic motion rigging into the acid, going, ow!
I T-pose as I go down in it.
Ow! Yeah. Ow! Ow! And because of your arcane history, you are, of course, an Eladrin. You know, of course, this is a poorly done minor illusion.
However, I will still use half of my movement to just scoot like to the other end of the rock.
Alrighty.
Like the upper part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like right there.
That was a nice try.
Can't see me.
You almost got me.
Ah, the acid! Ah!
Phelan, it is your turn.
Okay. So, can I move to the rock now?
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to get to his rock or to these two rocks?
To the one that's closer to me.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
So yeah, you are in cover if you stay right there. However, well, you are covered from him. He is also covered from you.
Okay. Hide and seek.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
You
You don't have to.
I'm just gonna look real quick. I don't think there's anything I can do.
My light's in the way. I have to lean
No.
over to see my moves.
No, yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna do anything else.
No worries. Okay, so Phelan, you decide to hold your action and go, oh, it looks like we've got 2 opponents who are too shy to fight. Bill, what do you think of this?
I think we should probably shake it up a little bit.
Oh, and Goliath, what are you thinking? Yeah, shake it up! Goliath is just flat out Arnold now. It's been slowly getting to that. All right.
He's evolving.
All right, and judges, what do you think? All right. So, it seems the crowd concurs. There's roarous applause. You guys don't know what it's coming from or why, but both of you must make dexterity saving throws as boulders come crashing in.
That's what I was thinking.
16.
9.
I'm a scuttly little boy.
Ah!
Alrighty.
Ouchie.
Yeah. All right, so the boulders come rolling in with a 16. Ryan, you are able to...
Now I'm purple.
Purple, you are able to huddle down into the rock where... into a crevice in the rock where the boulder simply bounces back and deflects, rolling over and away. I was hoping I could spin this, but I can't, apparently.
Is it gonna fall in?
Not quite.
Watch out, rock.
But now it's there. Phelan, unfortunately, you tried to dodge out of the way of the rock, but the rock changed trajectory on you, and I'm afraid you will be taking damage.
How much?
I'm sorry, I minimized too many things.
I'd say a fair amount, depending on how big the rock is.
I think it's like a size of a quarter, maybe.
Size of a quarter. To a giant? I don't know.
No,
Size
to
of a
me,
quarter to
it's like a tiny. It's just a little pebble.
I don't know
What do you think
about
giants are?
Yeah.
that.
I was realizing I
know
don't...
about
there we go. So,
That's a pretty big quarter.
Oh, it's a small one.
Oh no.
alrighty. So,
That's
Sam,
not good.
I'm afraid you're taking 12 damage. Purple, you take 6, half damage.
Do I have to do anything? Like, how do I?
In your health, you have to mark the damage. You can type a number and then
Oh.
hit damage, and it removes it for you.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay. Wow. The future is now.
The future is now. Alright. The boulder... Oh, you can roll it. There we go.
Yeah, you figured it
Yeah.
out.
So,
Do a flip.
unfortunately, the boulder knocks into you, hurting you quite a bit. You're left in pain, crawling on all fours, pushing yourself back up as the boulder clinks off of the rock you were hiding behind and rolls away further into the arena, sitting about here.
Send you
And
catapult.
things are not looking good for Sam. She's taken the brunt of the boulder. Ooh. Bill, surely you worked training basic dodge drills with Sam, didn't you?
Dodge drills? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Maybe. What are those?
No.
Alrighty, and
I don't know what those are. I just
Stretching.
found a creature and put it in a jar. I just wanted to fit in.
looks like I'll be winning this. Goliath grimaces. Alrighty, and
Call him Schimmel.
sorry, Ryan, I believe it was your turn?
I think so.
Yeah. What would you
Now-
like to do?
I would like to inquire, if I peek over the rock,
Mm-hmm.
can I see her? Or is she hidden?
She is currently hidden.
Alright, so I can't even see a tiny bit of her peeking out. Not to hit, But just do I have a line of sight?
You do not have a line of sight.
Okay, cool.
You are, since you've taken total cover, you're not quite sure where she is. For all you know, she could be squashed under the boulder that just rolled into her.
I win!
No. You.
Alright.
However, your trainer starts yelling, "She's by the tall rock! She's hiding from you! Get her!
She's by the acid pool!
No, you idiots!
Get down.
By the rock that's like, there's one rock like this and a rock like this. She's
There's a
hiding
couple
behind the
rocks.
finger
Do you mean
rock.
like the rock from the movies?
No, not that
Dwayne.
rock!
Galarnold, please!
God! And he picks up a rock and he throws it
Dang.
where Sam is hiding. Oh,
Wait.
an illegal boulder from.
That's cheating.
Hey, you can't do that.
Well, I
Yeah,
did
let
do
him know,
it.
Bill.
All right. Unfortunately, Sam, you have to make another reflex save or dexterity save. As this another boulder comes hurtling towards you.
That I also can't see.
Oh, it's a 20? Is that okay?
Yeah, you nimbly dodge the boulder. You get the trajectory right and you hide behind the rock as it slams into it and rolls harmlessly away. Ah, I can't believe I missed. Oh, an illegal boulder from Bill, from Goliath. Bill, you know what that means? You get a free boulder attack.
Yes.
What? Oh, yeah, dude. Throw it at him.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it
Alrighty.
at Goliath.
Purple.
Throw it at
I'm gonna
the-
attack his life points directly.
No, throw it at the
No, that's the wrong
wizard.
game. You're playing cards. I
We
play.
can change it!
I play poker humanoid.
I'm lying flat on my ground. I'm like a card. I'm in defense mode.
Blue eyes, white Eladrin.
Purple eyes, red purple.
Bill, are you actually throwing the rock at Goliath?
No, I'm gonna
Boo, hit
aim it.
him!
I'm gonna aim it at purple.
Alrighty, Purple, make a reflex save.
Nope.
Oh, look out. There's a rock.
Wrong game.
Okay.
Rock
So,
coming from somewhere.
It's funny you say that it's the wrong game, but at the same time, there's only one monster in that wrong game that had the Arnold voice.
oh, I forgot. Technically, Kayla, you should. So 9, half of 9 is gonna be 5. So Kayla, I forgot you took 5 damage from. Even though you successfully dodged the boulder, you take half damage for.
So,
And Ryan, for your boulder. You are taking 7 damage.
What the heck?
Yeah, it's a surprisingly weak throw.
Ah! You missed! Ow! You missed me!
Ow, you missed me.
Bill needs to bulk up.
Yeah. Oh! Yeah, Bill, that was a puny throw.
Bill, more like biffed because you biffed it!
You throw like an ogre, not a giant.
He got you.
Oof.
It's gotta hurt.
Yeah, keep that up, and I'll throw the next one at you, you cheater.
I dare you. You couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. I don't know where I was going with that.
Barn.
It only strengthens my thing because to a giant, barns are pretty small.
No.
To a giant, no, I mean a scaled up barn, a barn that we would use for our own giant sized horses.
Okay, we'll
centaur.
test that out.
Obviously, that is what I meant. Why wouldn't I mean that? Why would I mean you couldn't hit a puny? Why? As what is wrong with you, man?
Oh my.
Anyway, so this boulder's ended up over here.
Oh,
Now, since I
my face.
did all
Oh,
of that count as my action because I have not done anything yet.
I know you have. No, that was
That was Bill's
Yeah.
action.
Oh,
during
my
idle
face.
time.
Oh,
Bill
my
and
face.
Goliath and the whole team will speak up.
Oh, my face hurts.
It is your turn.
So, question: to get that trajectory, because I don't know if he could have perfectly arced it over that little rock I'm hiding behind. He probably would have had to have moved behind me to roll it down, right?
As far as you know, you can make a perception check if you'd like to see
Okay, 'cause, yeah,
where
I
it's
wanna
coming
see
from.
How far away he is from me.
Alrighty.
There it is.
You look around and you can't quite tell where your giant is.
I want the opposing giant.
Okay, with oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong dice roll there.
Yeah, I got a 19.
Oh, nice. I wonder. Let's do that thing again where it doesn't update. Okay, so yeah, you can
yeah.
see.
I'm so ill-prepared
Having to
for
quickly
this
decide which is which.
Yeah, well, it's also I forgot I had disabled. I can't. They're on a locked layer, but
Getting motion
Yeah.
sick.
this fellow here in the red tunic, that's that's Bill.
Dang, Bill.
And he's all the way over there.
He's got the drip.
Okay.
I should make him selectable.
You cannot select Bill. He is impervious.
No, that was easier than I thought. Alrighty. You have identified Bill, the opposing trainer.
Well, that puts a wrench in things. Yeah, I'm gonna use half my speed to get up.
All
'cause I've
right.
still been prone the whole time.
Alrighty. You are.
And
You can now peer out over the edges of the boulder, should you choose.
and I still have no visible eye line.
I'm afraid not.
Why does everything have to be 30-foot range?
So while I'm trying to fix this playlist, hopefully you can hear that music instead.
Yeah. I can hear the Pokemon music. Yes.
I gotta try to fix this.
I think that's black and white.
I am not sure. I never got past red and blue and yellow.
Sounds like
edition.
Gen 5.
It's a whole hour and a half's worth of it.
But I'm spending my time trying to name this song. This is a battle song. I think it's the champion. No, I think this is the champion of the Gen 2 remake. Anyway.
Anyway.
All right, I am going to, because I got nothing left to lose at this point. Try to scuttle to our right to see if I can get some kind of beat on them.
All right. You scuttle over, keeping near your rock. Give me a perception check. And Phelan, I will need a stealth check from you.
Stealth check her.
23. That's a net 20.
Stealth check her.
Better be real stealthy. 'Cause I see.
Okay. Yeah, I admit I like to do critical criticals. So if you roll a nat 20 and it's not opposed by a nat 20, you look around, Purple, and you realize you can't see her past this Eladrin-shaped rock. And if only that Eladrin-shaped rock wasn't there, then you realize, wait a minute, that's Sam behind that Eladrin-shaped rock.
Nice Simpsons
Money can be used for
reference.
goods and services.
Very clever Simpsons reference. I like it.
Are they within 90 feet of me?
Yes. I realize
Hex.
I
Bonus
made this
action
map
hex.
a few weeks ago, and I've already forgotten my scale.
X.
Getting married will do that.
Yeah.
No hex.
Sorry, Ryan. Why'd you
Place
say
a
you were
cur-
good?
Hex. As a bonus action.
Anti-hex. I anti-hex.
Wait, you have
Hey,
that?
you don't know anti-spell.
No, I don't.
That's something I learned later. Maybe. Counterspell, that's what it is. You place a curse on the creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. Choose one ability. When you cast the spell, the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. And I'd like disadvantage on dex.
Disadvantage on dex. Okay. So, Phelan, you chance a glance out from behind the rock without realizing that, you left a part of your lower torso is sticking out. And suddenly, boop, you feel like there is a lead shackles clasped around your ankles. You look down, of course, and there's nothing there, but you know that now you have been hexed. Anytime you make a dexterity save, you do so at disadvantage. 2d20s, you take the lower result.
Okay.
All right.
And no, I still got my action, buddy. That was a bonus.
Right, that's bonus.
And also just an Eldritch Blast. Pew!
All right.
No!
Why is that not working?
Sorry, apparently it's not. The game log's doing that thing again. Alrighty. Phelan, fortunately for you, the Eldritch Blast just skids off the rock that you're hiding next to.
Tink.
Mm-hmm. Phelan, it is now your turn. Or no, sorry, Mac or Purple, if you like, you still have some movement left. And...
I'll scale back behind the rock as much as I
Alrighty.
can. Just boop, boop, boop.
Alrighty, yeah. So you got another 15 feet of movement, so it puts you back into partial cover. Phelan, looking out, you think you can see a bit of a kobold sticking out from behind cover, but it's
Invisible.
You're going to have disadvantage trying to attack him.
So I can kind of see him.
Mm-hmm. So he keeps like shifting around a bit, and you can see like the top of his head peeking out, and then he moves over, and then you can see the edge of his snout sticking out from one side as he's trying to maintain cover.
I'm a little appalled at how well this music fits.
And this is definitely Gen 2 champion. I'm double checking this now on my own end.
I'd like to give a shout out to Google for making a really good speaker in these Google Nests.
Shout out to Google.
Well, we know they're listening anyway.
Hi,
They're
Google.
always listening.
Actually, never mind. I stand corrected. I hear the trumpets. This is Gen 3.
Cowan trumpets.
This is Steven.
Oh my god.
Steven Stone.
Steven, is he some guy with a weird four-armed floating Pokemon?
Yeah, Metagross.
Okay, yeah, that's the picture I'm seeing while this song is playing. He looks like
Steven.
he looks like a bit of a jerk ass.
He's a
No.
trust fund baby who really
Opposite
likes
shit.
rocks.
He's hot.
That's not a joke either.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna
Pokemon's
try.
good though.
Yeah, just hit me.
I'm gonna try to hit him anyway with my bow.
Substitute.
So I have to roll twice and then the lower one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's one. There's 26. And then 19. So
Ow.
19.
All right. So, Phelan, you watch his shuffling movements, and you realize he goes left, up, left, right, and then right when he's about to come up, you let an arrow fly, and bam! It hits you, Purple, right on the top of the head.
Okay. So I'm gonna do the damage, but then I also want to do my dreadful strikes, which
Ooh.
gives an additional D4 of damage, of psychic damage to him. So 11,
Ooh.
and then the dreadful strike. 4.
Oh, God. Oh, the whole crowd goes, ooh, as an arrow blasts through your cloak, Purple, pegging you right
It
in
does
the
more
head.
than that. It goes dunk on my head, and then I collapse.
Oh, and what a show.
Wow.
Is he down and out? And the whole crowd looks. Ryan, what's your current HP?
None.
None? Okay.
He
That's why I
fainted.
said I get clonked and fall.
Yeah, I was.
There's nothing there anymore.
I figured. Okay.
Wow.
All right. Oh, Bill, is your Poke humanoid going to be able to pull through? What have we got here? Are we looking at an early conclusion?
Has he got to revive?
All right, well, let's find out.
Oh, in 3, 2, 1. Oh, and it seems that. Sorry, I got our trainers wrong. Bill, Sam has succeeded. Congratulations. No, Purple. Why do you have to be such a letdown? Ah! Get out of my way. I'm so angry.
Go back to your barn.
Your big barn.
Fine, I live in a barn. It's big enough for people. It's big enough for giants. Leave me alone. I'm sorry I
Don't
can't
worry,
afford a real house. I live in a barn.
Rule is pooling around the ground, mixing with my blood.
Alrighty.
Can I go now?
Oh, not yet, Phelan, because... I mean, sorry, they can't hear you. Oh, and... So, Purple, you are taken away, I'm afraid.
Bye-bye.
Scooped up in the broken glass jar.
Various
Goliath
pieces.
slides
Continuing to
down
cut
the
me,
ramp.
I'll just mark that as a death fail.
He's not dead. He just fainted.
And got cut with broken glass.
Yeah. Oh, how wonderful.
Goliath slides down the ramp, scoops you up, and climbs out. Oh, we have to work extra hard, Purple. We've got to catch them all. I've got to go back and catch your entire family.
Catch these hands. Yeah.
Catch these.
Alrighty.
Dead.
Imagine if I was undead and just got to stand up again.
Something.
Oh, don't worry. We got some stuff coming up.
It's funny how Pokemon has made me realize that, illegal dog fights are really, really bad.
Yeah.
Although
knew
it's
they were
okay though, in the
bad, but
lore,
they're
Pokemon
bad.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love
Yeah,
fighting each other.
isn't that an interesting thing about the lore? Oh, don't worry, they love fighting.
True words never spoken.
Human beings are a disease.
What is that?
Dun dun dun. Gopher?
It's a
Rat.
it's a blue,
rat.
It's a blue
Where
eyes
the
white
rats?
dragon.
We
I'm
play
the
at night, we
giant
stalk at
rat
night.
that makes all of the rules.
Oh boy. Oh Lord.
It's Remy Ratatouille.
All
Every
right.
day we
Blue
stray away.
chef.
We stray further away from Poke God.
Pokey God.
Little
Oh,
chef.
dear.
What
All
we
right.
cooking?
Arceus.
Hello.
So,
Canonically God. Yeah.
all right. So, suddenly the crowd cheers and goes, all right. So, Sam is the victor of round 1. But can she beat
Round one.
yesterday's champion? Ooh, roo, roo. Bring out the Allosaurus Rex.
Dinosaur?
It's an Allosaurus. The closest thing I had in the map stamps was a were-rat, so it doesn't quite look like that. That's not quite that big. It's large. There we go. Ooh, alrighty. And, Phelan, you are staring down a rather nasty-looking predatory dinosaur of great size, strength, and speed. It comes crawling towards you almost like picture something between a stegosaurus and a panther.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Alrighty, and we make initiative rolls.
Oh,
So
dear.
Ryan, roll a d20, add +1.
Oh,
Four.
God.
He's getting his bearings.
Got a 6.
Oh no.
Well, it beats the 4.
All right.
Some big
Oh.
rolls we got.
Big rollers tonight.
Bill, your Eladrin seems a little frozen, although it appears the Allosaurus does not know what to do. Oh, look! Bill, Sam is taking the initiative. What will she do?
Well,
Nothing.
go to bed. I guess I'm gonna shoot the frickin' Remy Ratatouille with my bow.
All right. So
All
to
right,
do that, you
Remy.
will have to step out from behind cover. You can step back
Okay, I'll
after your
do it.
turn, but
Okay.
Well,
yeah, I'll
actually,
do
could you
that.
keep track of hit points for me? Because I don't really have a good way to do that.
yes, I can do that.
Thank
Do
let me-
I keep my hit points or do they reset?
No, you keep your current hit points.
Okay, that's cool.
Ah, okay. I don't know who this Elite Four are.
Do I hit the rat? I'm gonna hit the rat.
That sounds like X and Y Gen 4.
Oh, you do indeed.
Oh,
Roll
shoot.
your damage.
Okay.
Yeah, the playlist is here. It is XY.
I'm gonna do dreadful strikes again with this
Nice.
damage
Who is that? Who is that being aimed at?
at the rat.
Okay.
10 and a 3.
Alrighty, Allosaurus. An arrow flies directly into your chest, and suddenly, despite the pain in your chest, you get a headache. Allosaurus, what would you like to do?
Fight me.
So, how far away is she? This is for my
She is-
clarification, not its.
45 feet away.
Oh, okay.
You have a
cool.
ground speed of 60.
Yeah, he's charging.
Alrighty.
And also,
Oh,
because.
sorry, I told you you could move back behind cover. Boop.
Thank you.
Yeah, just like he'll go around the rock too to get her. Just that's the clearest shot possible.
Alrighty.
Dang.
You can very easily make it. Your natural speed is double. Well, purple or Sam's. You are now within striking distance.
And
Yikes.
yeah, that's gonna be a claw attack.
Alrighty.
That is a 17 plus 6.
Oh my.
Which I think beats
Yeah.
the armor class.
All right, Phelan. 2 claws slash into you.
Owie.
Roll 1d8 slashing damage, please.
Yep. And in addition, while I'm doing this, if
Huh?
she could make a DC 13 strength saving throw.
What?
Make a
s-
strength saving throw.
Make a strength saving throw right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is a 6 plus 4, 10.
23.
Oh. So, Phelan, you will take 10 damage.
Oh.
Keep your footing though.
But, however, this thing tries to pounce on you, and you simply use its weight to let it fall aside and pushing you back. Your new positions now. Whoops.
Now I'm behind the rock.
Alrighty. Whoa. Bill, a nasty start for your Poca humanoid. How do you think
Oh,
she'll hold
that's
up against the Allosaurus?
I think she'll do fine.
All right.
Hey,
Don't know about that, bud.
all she needs to do is just flank it.
All right, and remember, Bill, you still have 2 rocks at your disposal. Whenever you would like to use them is up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I guess I'll fling it at that Allosaurus thing.
All righty. So, give me a dex save, please, Allosaurus.
13 plus, I think that's plus 1, so 14.
14. Ooh, okay. Actually, Phelan, you're also going to have to give me a dex save as I realize the trajectory of this boulder.
No, this rock is gonna kill me.
I win.
That's the point.
24.
Okay. Phelan, you will be fine.
I have 12 HP.
Ryan, you are taking 12 damage from a boulder. Phelan, you are taking 6.
Oh my god! I'm gonna die.
The boulder careens forward, hitting off the bottom of the crater, and then landing near you, Phelan, but not on you.
Hits you again. Hitboxes are weird.
No thanks.
Alrighty, Phelan, it is now your turn. Remember, too, you do have moves like Misty Step, which allow you to teleport 30 feet, if ever you need to use that.
Oh yeah, I probably would.
You made me sit behind the rock the whole time, and you could have done that.
Well, it was all part of my plan. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna use one of my phase steps to teleport 30 feet. How far will 30 feet get me on this map?
30 feet.
Yeah, but
Sorry, it was there. I had to take it. It's low-hanging fruit. Don't judge me.
know.
30 would kind of put you in, oops. Oh, you gotta isolate. Pick
Like
energy.
relate to the midpoint, yeah.
Kind of like around this radius.
Okay. And then I can move again after I do that?
Read if it takes an action or if it's a move action.
As a bonus action.
Oh, then yes, you can. So you essentially get a bonus 30 feet movement by doing your face step and then running. Or your
And
regular
does that
movement.
negate an attack of opportunity? Because she is within melee.
It's a good point, actually. I think in 5e, an opportunity attack has to be a feat that you have, and I don't believe the Allosaurus has it.
Is it?
Yeah, they've changed that. So it's essentially fighters and barbarians, and it becomes it's a bonus feat that really anyone can take, but you do have to specifically have opportunity attack.
Huh, I gotta read the 5e rule again. I thought everyone could do it.
So I'm gonna teleport to the right. I want to get to the rock on the far right. So I'm gonna
Alrighty,
teleport
so
that way.
You teleport there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes, you teleport here, and you continue running behind this rock.
Yes, please.
I'll put you over here. Alrighty. You can, if you want to use your full action you do the Misty or the face step and then just run, you can make it all the way behind the rock, or if you wanted to attack him as well, you can stay where you are.
But staying where I am leaves me like out in the open, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Exposed, yeah.
Yeah.
At the same time, he does not have guns on his back or anything, as far as you know.
Yeah, as far as I know. What if he does? What if he's got laser eyes?
I see the sheet, you don't.
This isn't What is this? Die Hard?
I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna go all the way behind the rock.
Alrighty, so you use a full action to go into full cover. Alrighty, so Allosaurus. Suddenly, after the rock, you're a little dizzy. Your prey seems to have escaped you. Give me a perception check.
All right.
Physics weird.
That is wisdom for perception.
No, sorry, D20 plus 5.
Okay. Oh, also, passive perception 15, if that counts. Too.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry, I'm still not used to the sheets.
No, it's all good.
That is a 9.
Giratina. What the
9?
hell is that?
9.
Okay.
Tina's Satan.
So, you look around and you can't quite get a beat on where your prey has gone. You are going to have to spend some time sniffing her out.
Yeah.
Giratina's apparently a Pokemon.
Yes,
It is a
Giratina
legendary devil Satan.
yeah. They live in the distortion world.
That's a thing? Oh, good lord.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
basically the upside down world in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Man, Pokemon's gotten intense since I played.
That was Gen
Oh,
4. That was like
Gen-
2012.
Gen
Really?
4, yeah. it was a
The
while
only
back.
time I played Pokemon was Red and Blue, and it was because my brother was too young to get any of the Pokemon. I got him all the Pokemon, and he showed off to his friends that he did all of it. So that was my involvement.
Yeah, that's why when you
And
joked
then
earlier
beyond-
about a Pokemon God, there is a Pokemon God, the same game Giratina's in.
Oh,
Pokemon
Jesus.
God and Pokemon
There's also a
Satan.
Jesus.
A Poke Jesus?
People consider Mew Pokemon Jesus.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Because Arceus is the Lord above.
Okay.
Wasn't there like a theory that Ditto is like a failed Mew experiment?
It
Yeah.
is. That's
More or
for
less
real.
confirmed, yeah.
Oh, okay. Poor
That's
Ditto.
not confirmed.
Oh, that's messed up.
Anyway, he's just gonna kind of scuffle around the area, sniffing out. seeing if,
Alrighty,
maybe
so-
just use the action to try and do another perception if that's allowed.
Yes, please. Give me another perception check.
With a beat on her.
Mhm.
You know, kind of wander around the area, just move them in a random direction.
Alrighty.
That's a 10.
10, okay.
Can't sniff them out.
Unfortunately, you still can't find your way around.
I hear Cyrus's theme.
4. You do have,
Yeah,
because
it
of the luck
is.
of the dice, though, you do kind of
Yeah.
investigate in generally the right direction. Phelan, you, if you'd like to try to shore up your hiding place, right now I just had him rolling against a standard DC save. But if you want to try and shore it up, you can, because he doesn't know where you are, you can make a stealth roll with advantage to try to make it more difficult for him to locate you. Or you can try to attack him from there. Which would you prefer to do?
I guess I'll try to attack
All right.
with my bow.
Alrighty, so to attack, you pop out, more so lean around the rock, you line up your shot, fire away.
Yeah, 18.
Oh, this kind of slaps.
Pokemon? Good music.
Ooh. Allosaurus. Thunk. An arrow snaps you in the back.
Oh, no walking for you. You're crippled.
Ooh, for 8 damage. Allosaurus, you are beginning to feel the pain. Your head hurts. You have you have 1 arrow in your chest, 1 arrow in your back, and your legs a little messed up from having a boulder thrown at you. But now you know the general direction of where your prey may be hiding. Phelan, would you like to pop back into cover? Would you like to run? What would you like to do?
I'll just pop back into cover.
Alrighty. All right. So, Ryan.
Yeah. I'm
You're-
not Ryan, I'm the Allosaurus.
Allosaurus.
Rally,
So-
Ratatouille,
Call me Allie. Saurus was my dad's name.
God damn it.
Mr. Sword.
Allie, make a perception or roll me.
So I couldn't just run over because I know the general direction.
Yeah, I'd say I was gonna say like, how smart are you? You get stabbed
Yeah,
in the
fair.
back, but no, it's not like there are many other rocks. You know the arrow came from there, so
Yeah, just rush towards the arrow.
Alrighty,
That's what I'm
so-
gonna do. Rush, just rush. Run as far as I can towards the location.
all right, 60 feet, you get to her. Dana,
Alright.
Phelan, you go
well-
back into the cover only to hear the stomping sounds of the Allosaurus lunging, seeking you out. And lo and behold, he emerges, his stinking muzzle piercing around the
Alright.
corner. What does the Allosaurus do?
Well, real quick, let's see how lucky you are. Kayla, call it odd or even.
What?
Odd or even.
Odd.
Odd, all right. It is even. He's gonna claw and attempt to pounce again.
All right.
So that is 13 plus 6. So
All
19
right.
to hit.
Phelan, what's your armor class again? Sorry.
17.
17. Okay, so this just hits. Oh, and it looks like it may be a gruesome end for Sam.
Rip.
Roll your damage.
All right. And do the
It's not
strength
good.
save again.
Yeah.
So that's, if it matters, 3 plus 4. No. Yeah, okay, sorry. 3 plus 4, 7.
7. Sam, how many hit points do you have left?
I have 6.
Oh, no.
6 left, or are you
No.
down?
No, I have 6. And then you hit me with a 7.
Okay.
So
Sam. Oh! The crowd begins groaning, a few cheering as Sam, you try to knock an arrow, but the attempt does not succeed. The Allosaurus pounces on you and begins ripping you limb from limb.
oh my God, Remy, stop.
I'm
Very
out.
nice.
Oh, and a gruesome end for Sam. Bill, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid today's prize goes to yesterday's champion. Although congratulations on earning yourself a bronze medal in your very first cavern catastrophe, or crater catastrophe. Yay.
Yay.
She won't be back in the DLC.
But don't worry, folks. If you're worried about the well-being of these Poca humanoids, we take our Poca humanoids' health to heart. They will be healed up and restored fully at the Humanoid Center by simply deep frying them in a vat of healing oil. Lo and behold, they will be fine next battle. We hope to see you again. Bill, any last words?
No, I think the slaying of a human was entertaining enough. I'd love to see more
And
of
there
it
you have
next.
it, folks. Slaying humanoids
Yay.
for our entertainment. We hope to see you back here soon, and congratulations to the victor.
Boo.
Also, I heard it. How fitting that the death happens on Gethys' theme.
So, thank you guys for playing. And before we stop recording, just thank you very much to everybody who's joined Team Actors Dungeon. We're looking forward to bringing more content for you regularly. So please, stay tuned. Players, does anybody else have anything they want to say?
You should play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Make sure you get your Poke humanoid spayed and neutered.
Don't threaten that to us.
All right.
Oh,
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good
good night.